this week we're talking about cold air intakes, and the reason why I want to touch on the subject is because there's different options out there, and just trying to save you guys some money and time and see which one would actually work best for you. There's another intake that I have somewhere around storage, which is the Callaway intake, and it connects from here and it removes the PCM here, moves the PCM from here to up here, but I can't find it, or else I'll just show it to you. It's literally a piece of pipe, but it goes underneath the fender and you have to cut a hole. I have a hole cut under here under the PCM. So those are the three main intakes: is this one, straight, the dual, and then the Callaway intake, which goes underneath the fender. Now, out of all those three intakes, to be honest with you, if you're looking for performance, you're probably not going to gain anything. And the reason why I say that is because back last year, before I even started filming any YouTube videos, I used to go to the Infineon Raceway, and I actually tested all three of these intakes. And back then, I wasn't really into, making videos, or else I would have been posted up a video of the quarter mile time. But between this intake, and then the Callaway that goes underneath the fender well, I had all the exact same times, which was 15.3. That was it, 15.3 all the time. It wasn't better. I didn't have a better 0 to 60 times. Pretty much everything was identical. Now, so the reason why I wanted to test it out was because I wanted to see what intake would actually work best for this car. And in all honesty, the easiest and best way is probably just this one. You just get a pipe, the coupler, and a filter, and that's pretty much it. Now, between all the three intakes, what's the difference? The only difference is on very, very hot days, these two, the actual pipes get really hot. I mean, extremely hot. Even the mass airflow sensor gets really hot. The Callaway intake, the one that goes into the fender well, that actually stays cold, but it didn't give me actually any performance gains. And another difference between all three of these intakes is that the sound. The loudest of all of them is going to be this one. The loudest intake noise is this one. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just the way it's constructed on the tubes here. But this is the loudest. But as far as throttle response, I literally can't tell a difference between any of the three that I had. So you're probably going to be saying, okay, so what's going to be the best thing for me? If people are just starting off with owning a 95 or 94 through 96 Chevy Impala, just go with this. Just go with a little test pipe. Or stick with the factory airbox and just remove the home plate. This is a little billet piece, but you can people added hockey pucks or whatever, but I think that'll look tacky. But it's super dirty, but there's a billet piece. But that's what I would do. I would stick to just this pipe. But then some people, in all honesty, this looks kind of, kind of ordinary. But sometimes I put this intake or that intake or even the Callaway. I'll switch between all three. But let's say if I had to go to a car show, probably go with this one, because it looks really nice underneath here and it matches the brace and everything. But you can find pretty much any of these you can find just a little piece of pipe at any of your local auto parts store. This is on eBay. You can type this in. I actually got this from a Corvette. It was like $40, I believe, and I just taped this off in this little hole here. It's been holding up for a very long time. But like I said, between all those three intakes, I would Oh, and I totally forgot. There was another one, which is an SOP ram air intake. That's the last one I have yet to test because I don't have an actual ram air hood, which would be the hole to be going right through here, and then the intake is a big box. That's the only one I haven't tested out. Oh, and I also forgot there was another one. I had a clear image automotive air intake. I felt no response on that one either. No difference in response between any of the intakes. I've had a raise intake as well, including the shield, which I do have. There's a shield that goes right here. I think I still have that somewhere in storage. But like I said, between all those, I shouldn't have said three, because the three intakes. There's one. There should be 5 intakes total for these cars, right? Yeah. But like I said, I think that's the only one I haven't tried as the ram air hood. But I'm not really wanting to get the ram air hood. I don't like the way it looks. Just for intake purposes, just to make that. But yeah, so we'll end the video on that. It's just something a little quick little video for anybody looking for first time upgrades. If you don't want to break the bank, get the pipe, coupler, and filter, and that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week.